Hello my friends and welcome back to Storytime here on Build-A-Bear Radio. I'm Victoria, here with my friend Buddy Bear, and we have a treat for you. It's the start of the 12 books of Storytime, and we are getting ready for Thanksgiving. We're going to start with Chris Raschka telling us all about his book, The Blue Table. Hello, Chris.
Hi, this is Chris Raschka, and I'm going to read the book, The Blue Table. The Blue Table is a book that doesn't have very many words, so I will read the words and describe some of the pictures as I read the words. The Blue Table by Chris Raschka, that's me, published by Green Willow Books. This is dedicated to Maya, Mina, Catherine, Layla, Kate, Dan, and Leidy. The book starts with a big blue table where there is a yellow flower in a green vase right in the middle, and that's all. The book starts like this. A child, now we see a white glass of milk. A parent, now with the glass of milk there's a coffee cup and a piece of paper with a crayon. And another parent, now we can see another coffee cup, maybe it's a teacup, a newspaper, some cinnamon buns, another crayon, less milk in the glass, and a book. Oh, and now the table's getting even more crowded. The book is open, the newspaper's open, some of the cinnamon buns have been eaten, and more crayons have joined the table. And at last it looks like there's nothing that can be added to this table. The book is open, there's some scissors, the cinnamon buns are all gone, there's a pair of glasses, someone's doing a crossword, there's a new pot of tea, a creamer, an empty glass of milk, and even more crayons, and some pretty colorful flowers drawn on the piece of paper. So far, the book has said, a child, a parent, and another parent, get going. Now the table, the big blue table, is empty. It's been cleaned off. Turn the page. Good things, carrots. From the garden, potatoes. These are on the table now. The store, I can see more carrots, lemons, onions, a bottle of perhaps olive oil, butter, and celery. And the farm, corn and a turkey, also on the table. Apples, lots of apples and bowls and measuring spoons and salt and pepper. In a pie, broken eggs, a pie tin, a measuring cup, a glass measuring cup, a rolling pin, some dough being rolled out onto a red checked cloth, and flowers. Now the table only has flowers, and it looks like someone is clipping the flowers to be put into an empty vase. Next page. Oh, they've taken the table apart in the middle, and here comes a new leaf to go in the middle. I turn the page, and the table now fits across both pages. It used to just fit across one. Now it's across both pages. And one more family. That's the words. And now I see 6 people. That is, I see the arms of 6 people putting a plate, or many plates, 6 plates altogether, plates, knives, forks, glasses, spoons, come together. Families are coming together. Candlesticks, there's the vase with flowers. All the glasses are on the table now. Salt and pepper shaker and napkins. Now everyone's seated at the table. The lights are off in the room, the candles are on, and everyone is holding hands. The many flowers that whoever colored, that child colored the pages, have turned into seating place charts, welcome cards. Thankful. The families are thankful. And they're eating and drinking food, coffee, and juice and water and wine, and eating all the different foods. And it looks like maybe a casserole or some vegetables, salads. The turkey is there, the corn. And now I see the dessert. There's cake, pie, tea, and the flowers. Some of the flowers have fallen out of the vase. Oh, I turned the page. It's very dark. The table is back to being small, and all of the dishes have been washed around. Now there's just one cup of coffee. I turn the page, and it seems to be morning again. The blue table, and there's a glass of milk again. A whole day has gone by from the beginning of eating cinnamon rolls and drinking coffee and milk and tea to a big day of cooking and a wonderful evening of feasting with a neighbor family. And now the new day has begun, when perhaps another feast will happen. Thanks for listening, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Chris, for telling us about your book. Isn't it lovely to think that every day is a new day, and a day when we can start to have good times with our friends again? Our next book reminds us that it's not just old friends we can have fun with, but there are always new friends to be made too. Here to tell us about her story is Nancy Siscoe.
Hi, this is Nancy Siscoe, here to read Friendsgiving, which was illustrated by Sabina Gibson. The air was so crisp and the sky was so blue that Ginger, Berry, and Willow knew just what they should do. "Let's go for a bike ride," said Ginger. "How about Lookout Hill?" said Berry. "Wonderful," said Willow. They sped along roads lined with orange, yellow, and red. Then they pedaled uphill to the very top and stopped and flopped. "Phew," said Berry. "It was worth the climb for this view of the town," said Willow. "It was worth the climb so we can zoom back down," said Ginger. "A day spent riding will make you hungry," so they all agreed the farmer's market was the place to be. "Cinnamon bread for me," says Willow. "Cheese, please," says Ginger. "Smell those grapes," says Berry. "Berry, is that you?" "Honey, hello," says Berry. A great day in fall gets even greater when old friends meet new friends and make plans for later. "Everyone meet Rowan. We started a donut stand." "Sweet," says Ginger. "We should all get together," says Willow. Willow was mulling some cider, and Berry was lighting a fire when Honey and Rowan blew in on a cold gust of wind. "Come in," says Ginger. "We brought some leaves with us," says Honey. "We'll add them to our collection," said Berry. "Collection?" said Rowan. The friends had started a thankful tree. Berry explained, "When you think of something you're thankful for, you write it on a leaf and add it to the tree." "That's so fun," said Honey. "We should all add one," said Ginger. Then Rowan sees that he and Willow have both written the same thing on their leaves. "I love apples too. Hey, I have an idea for you." Where do you think they're going to go? At the orchard, they picked Empires, Cortlands, Gravensteins. Willow had never seen so many varieties of apples. "1 bag or 2, said Berry. "Or 3 or 4, said Honey. "Oh my gosh, a Macintosh," said Ginger. "Any more you'd like to try?" said Rowan. "Let's go home and make a pie," says Willow. All those apples to peel and core, slice one up, then dice some more. Willow was good at rolling and crimping. Rowan could handle the cutting and sprinkling. Apple pie or apple crisp, says Honey. Is this a taste test, said Barry. Ginger knows. Both are best. The next day was spent making great piles of leaves that inspired leaping. They jumped and laughed, even though they knew that now they had more raking to do. Woohoo, said Willow. Let's do it again, said Ginger. Before the first frost, Barry brought in the last harvest and put their garden to bed for the winter ahead. Then one more thing, a thought for spring. He planted bulbs for crocuses and daffodils, so flowers would follow winter's chills. Barry's harvest was so big, it was clear to see they had to share this bounty. Let's have a party. They made invitations, decorations, so many preparations for an autumn celebration. What should we serve for dinner, thought Willow. More important, what should we have for dessert, said Ginger. I would try a pumpkin pie, said Barry. Soon the kitchen was bubbling with wonderful smells. Roasted squash, cranberry sauce, buttery rolls, bowls of green beans, chocolate cake, and pecan pralines. We'll never eat all this, said Barry. I think we can do it, said Ginger. They'll be here any minute, said Willow. Rowan and Honey arrived with smiles and piles of ginger snaps, and a bouquet so pretty that Barry immediately made a new leaf for the tree. Ginger snaps are my favorite, said Ginger. I thought they might be, said Honey. Thanks for inviting us, said Rowan. Once the candles were lit and their plates were full, they gave thanks for a night both bountiful and beautiful. Here's to the season. Cheers to us all. Please pass the squash. I love the fall. After a meal most delicious, Rowan rose to propose a toast to the hosts. New friends like you are the sugar on the donut, the icing on the cake, the cherry and whipped cream on a chocolate milkshake. Rowan, you're a poet, said Willow. Oh, he knows it, said Honey. We feel lucky, too, said Barry. I'd feel luckier with dessert, said Ginger. They all laughed and agreed and added leaf after leaf to the thankful tree. A leaf for poetry, for parties, for dancing, for singing, and a leaf for the gift of this fabulous Friendsgiving.
Thank you, Nancy, for that great story. Buddy Bear and I need a thankful leaf of our own. We say thank you for books and all these wonderful stories and our dear friends to share them with. Until next time, Buddy Bear and I say happy Thanksgiving to you all.